So we had announcements last night that the UK is in a kind of semi-lockdown. Some parts of the country really are back to square one. Liverpool, for example, nobody's allowed to socialise outdoor or indoor. In light of those announcements, I thought it would be a good idea to revisit a topic that I haven't done in a while on this channel. So I'm on my way to meet Nick Friendo, and we're going to have a chat about mental health.
I normally only bring a spare tube. Hello! Alright. Winter riding latest in case I get a puncture. You can always have a spare. The thing is, I can't close one nostril to snot now, so I have to like.
Got to have a gel.
Oh yeah, because that one lap was.
Yeah, the one lap was really hard.
Hanging on to Harry.
It was hard. I want to make sure you're in focus, mate. So.
Jesus, that it's fucking wide, isn't it?
Mm. You got a TUE for that, yeah? I'm not going to take my helmet off either because helmet hair. So we've come to this nice peaceful park. For newer viewers who don't know Nick, this is Nick.
Why not?
Yeah, why don't you know him? We cycled through Italy and France together to raise and Switzerland as well, to raise money for Movember. You do a lot of work helping spread the message and awareness for mental health and using cycling as a tool.
Yep.
What have you been up to over the last few months? Because things have changed. I haven't seen you in ages.
I think like most people, not an awful lot because there's been so many restrictions. So I was supposed to do another ride across Europe in the summer and obviously that got canned. I did a little bit in Tuscany and did a video for Worldwide Suicide Prevention Day, and I was supposed to be doing a London to Manchester and back next weekend to raise money for Movember because launch is on November the 1st. Just had to can that because of COVID restrictions, because there's a group of us and it's mixing households and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's so difficult. I
think what I'm trying to do now is rather than do these challenges and like, hey, look at me, this is really hard, give me some money.
Which worked for a bit. It did work for a bit.
Now it's more important. My focus is changing onto the message really, and trying to get people aware, not just for their own mental health, but for giving people the ability to see that someone they know, love, is struggling. A lot of people, men in particular, will try and hide, and there's this old, manning up bullshit and stereotypical what it means to be a man, and we need to learn to not bottle up our feelings, and we need to learn to be vulnerable. When someone's struggling, we need to be able to spot it rather than allow them to retreat and get lost, struggle. And
are there any signs that you can look for in people that you know?
It's hard. I mean, so I always kind of go back to what I did, which was the worst thing I think anyone could do, and it started with running away, which we've talked about before. So I was on my own in Girona, thinking I could sort stuff out by myself, which I clearly couldn't. They might all of a sudden start becoming a bit more antisocial. They might not respond to messages. They might not be particularly open, and just not quite be themselves. If you really want to hide it, it's not that difficult. If someone says, "Are you okay?" you can go, "Yeah, sure, yeah, I'm fine." And that's you trying to say, "Leave me alone." It's really important that people question. They follow that up. Are you really okay? Because I've noticed X, Y, Z. And it's just trying to say all the social media I do, stuff on my website, everything I do for Movember is really trying to help people spot the signs within themselves and loved ones. My biggest concern at the moment is the next 2 to 3 months where it gets dark, it's miserable, it's cold. We've had a year of various isolations and lockdowns. It's a struggle for everyone, not just,
it's not just people with existing mental health problems. There's going to be a lot of new people reacting to the situation. If
you've been shut in your house, working every day, and you go from your office that you've set up to your kitchen to your bedroom. You can have as many Zoom calls as you like, but it's not the same as actually having a bit of FaceTime with someone. As winter draws in, that's only going to get worse. And from my perspective, I just want to make as much noise as I can around looking out for each other and trying to raise awareness. The great thing about cycling for me is when you're side by side with someone. We've just done what was it, about 30 laps at Richmond Park?
Yeah, I think we've done 30. Yeah.
I know it was 29. It's not like you're sat opposite someone being interviewed. It's really easy to be open when you're not looking someone in the eye.
And you've got the endorphins going from the actual exercise as well.
Yeah, fresh
It's
air.
just, even, I mean, obviously we always relate these things to cycling, but if you don't have a bike or access to a bike, go for a walk with someone.
Just getting outside and relaxing, trying to break down some of these barriers that you might be feeling.
Should we do one more lap?
Yeah, go on.
Do we have to? Trying to make a serious video here, Harry? Sorry.
Cheers, mate.
So I guess I want the underlying message of today's video to be check in on your friends, because the next couple of months are going to be really tough for people. It's going to be tough for everybody, not just people with history of mental health problems. So try your best to look after everybody you know. I feel like the first time we went into lockdown here in the UK, there was a sense of community, the feeling of we're all in this together. And that was really nice, and it lasted for a while. But I feel like we've lost that a little bit. Clearly the situation is taking its toll on people. You only have a certain tolerance for these unnatural circumstances. And I think it's important to try and remember how we were acting at the start and try and continue with that, because it makes a big difference. I'm going to sign today's video off here. Back to usual programming tomorrow. Thank you as always for watching. Please like, leave a comment down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.